Hello guys, 5-star General here with Operation Overlord. It is January 1943 and it's the Comintern turn. Let's start right away with tech rolls. I have 2 rolls this turn because I lost a major factory to the Germans in Transcaucasia. So my first roll will be for advanced mechanized. 4, no hit. And the next one will be for wartime economy. 7 or higher and a hit. That's great. So wartime economy, I go up to the last stage. That will help me a little bit to replace the territory loss I faced on the German turn. Let's proceed with the buys. So CCP, as always, 2 IPP will be spent on a militia. The 45 IPP for the Russians, however, will be spent on 2 Katyushas for 10, 2 advanced artillery for 8, 4 regular infantry for 12. So together these 8 units will cost 30 IPP. 2 mechanized infantry for 8, 3 IPP for an airborne, so that ends up with 41. And the last 4 IPP I spent on 2 militias. Alright, combat moves. There will be 4 combat moves this turn. I will start with the one in the south here. So this is eastern Ukraine, currently defended by German infantry. I will use this guy from Donetsk, Cuban, and I will use the airborne unit, which is currently in Moscow as well. So the air transport from Overlord, which is right here, will fly 1, 2, 3 to the battle, and we have 3 movement points left. The battle in southern Belarusia is a little bit bigger, so I already chipped that out. There was a militia here in Smolensk, which is part of the battle, and there's also a mechanized infantry from Moscow, and it looks like this. So again, this one from Smolensk, this one from Overlord. These 5 infantry came from Overlord, this mechanized from Moscow, 2 advanced artillery and 2 Katyushas from Overlord. Germans defend with 2 artilleries, 3 infantry, the mechanized infantry and the medium armor. And as I will face a river penalty, the infantry go down by 1, but I have also artillery and Katyushas here, so they go up by 1. So that should end up in the first round with the attack value of 2. Second attack round, I will move them up to 3. Okay, but we will do that later. Leningrad will be the next battle. Therefore, I will use these 2 infantry from Western Russia together with the light armor from Moscow against a single infantry with city bonus, of course. This Katyusha here in northern Russia will attack the airborne unit here in Karelia together with the motorized from Overlord. It goes up to 1 movement to northern Russia, 2 to Karelia. Hope I can take it back. And these are all my battles this turn. Alright, let's start with the biggest battle here in southern Belarusia. I have 2 first strike artillery with a... Oh sorry, let's start with the Katyushas. They hit with a 5 or less. 1 hit. And let's see if I can score another hit for the advanced artillery with a 4 or less. Just 1 hit. Alright, that's not too good. The Germans can also defend with first strike for their 2 artilleries. They 3 or less. They have no hit. That's great. So I assume that the veteran wants to lose a single artillery here for my first strike hits. Now let's proceed with the next dice. I will have 5 infantry and a mechanized hitting at a 2. I can see one hit here, and my 2 militias at A1. No hit. So 1 hit for the Germans. I assume he wants to remove the artillery. If you want to do something else, let me know. So the Germans have now 1, 2, 3, 4 dice with a 4 and 1 at a 5. So let's start with the medium armor. 5 or less, hit. And 4 dice with a 4 or less. 1 hit. So in total, the Germans get 2 hits. I will remove, of course, the 2 militias here, and the artillery will also be removed. It already has fired during first strike. Now I can move up the infantry and the mechanized, because the rebel penalty is gone after the first round of combat. All right. Of course, no first strike here, but I will roll for 2 Katyushas. 2 hits. That's great. Then for the artillery, another 2 rolls, another hit, so 3 in total. And I have now 4 infantry and a mechanized, hitting at a 3 or less, and another hit. So 4 hits in total. 4 hits in total. Check, that will be 3 infantry and mechanized. Of course, they will roll back now for the Germans. So 1 medium armor at a 5, no hit. That's good news. And the other 4 units with another hit. So that's a 3. So I can remove the German units from the battle board, and of course 1 infantry will be removed as well. Leaves us with a medium armor left for the Germans. Of course, I will keep pushing battle. 2 Katyushas, no hit. 2 advanced artillery, no hit. And infantry and mechanized. Wow, that was close. I get 1 hit here with a 1. So that's all I need. Germans will retaliate with medium armor, and they score another hit. I will remove another infantry, so that leaves me with 3 infantry, a mechanized, 2 advanced artillery, 2 Katyushas, and the Germans will lose the medium armor. All right, let me just put them back on the board here. So that's the task marker number 8. Quite a strong army here in southern Belarusia. Next will be the battle in eastern Ukraine. I have an airborne unit hitting at a 3 or less in the first round, and a regular infantry. So let's start with the airborne unit. Got a hit. Oh, that's good. That was a risky battle, but I got the hit I need. So the German infantry will roll at hit at a 4 or less. No hit. That's great. So the Germans will lose eastern Ukraine, and I will not suffer any casualties. That is great. So capture eastern Ukraine with a airborne unit and a regular infantry. I will change the income on the production marker here, or the tracker, later after the battles. Let's proceed with the battle in Leningrad. Now he has the city bonus. That means the infantry will hit at a 5 or less, if my information is correct. Yes, and he gets target selection. All right, so the Russians will attack with a light armor. Light armor is hitting at a 4 or less. And I scored a perfect. But the Germans can retaliate, and that's a 2. So I think that's target select. Yeah, I assume he gets target select. Please correct me if I'm wrong. There's no value mentioned here, but I assume that he gets the target selection, which will be, I think, the light armor. But correct me if I'm wrong, veteran, if you want to remove me, if you want me to remove regular infantry, just let me know. For now, I will just leave it with 2 infantry in Leningrad. But I can change it back later if necessary. The last battle will be Karelia, as mentioned, with the Katyusha unit with first strike at a 5. So this is not affected by the river, but no hit. So I have another roll with the motorized infantry. It has a reduced attack value of 1. No hit. The Germans defend with the airborne unit at a 2. No hit. The Katyusha will fire again with a 5. No hit. And the motorized will now attack at a 2. No hit. And the German airborne unit at a 2, and he scores a hit. Not good. So I will remove the motorized infantry. Leaves me with the Katyusha. It looks like this risky battle will be have a bad ending for the Russians. So the Katyusha again, and I scored a hit. But of course now it could be that German airborne unit hit as well. No, no hit. So I was lucky. I get Karelia back from Germany. So only successful battles here. That was a really good round. Let's see, we have 2 IPP for Karelia and another 2 IPP for Leningrad is 4. Southern Belarus, I think it was 1. Yeah, 1. So in total 5. And Eastern Ukraine, another 1. So in total 6. Let me change that on the income tracker. I'm currently at 31, so I go up to 37. Germans, I think they are at 72. So they go down by 6 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 66. All right. So now let's proceed with non-combat movement. Of course, I will bring the 2 medium armor, which I received from Lend-Lease, from my generous allies. They both will move to Stalingrad. So strategically railed, of course. So I have now 2 medium armor and an infantry. I will also move this infantry from Kalmytskaya. I think that's the right pronunciation, let's see. So this infantry will move to Stalingrad as well. The air transport will fly back to Moscow this time. So 1, 2 ends up in Moscow. Let's see. The militia in Saratov will move to Stalingrad as well. The militia in Ural will move to Saratov. The militia here in Gorky will move to Moscow. Let me check, because I will do the placement of units now with the increased value, because I got the improved factories last turn. So I can place now 8 units in Oral-Kursk and also in Moscow. Let me check the situation here. Should be all right. So the 2. I think I will change the value here. In total you can see I have 6 infantry plus 2, so 8. I will move that is quite difficult indeed. Yes, I will move 2 of this infantry down to Don Manik. So this is the territory between Stalingrad and Moscow. And I will move for the rest of the 6 units, 3 infantry goes to Western Russia. Let me check that out right away. So we end up with 3 infantry in Moscow and 3 infantry in Western Russia. Okay. I will do a unit count at the end of the turn, just to make sure that there's no chaos like I did in my last turn. Okay, just one more check. I think it looks good now. So placement of units will be the 2 Katyushas go to Orekursk, as well as the advanced artillery goes to Orekursk, and the 4 infantry goes to Orekursk as well. The 2 mechanized infantry go to Moscow, together with the airborne unit. And 1 militia goes to the territory of Kalmytskaya. So this is the buffer zone for me between Northern Caucasia and Stalingrad. And my last militia I have here, tricky one, but I think I wanted to put it in Smolensk because it's empty at the moment, and there should be at least something in the city. Just one more cross check, please. It's difficult now because the Italians are in Romania, stationed with 2 airborne units, and I'm a bit afraid of losing important territory too because of that. Let's see. I think I can do one more change here. Yeah. I will move another infantry from the the Moscow stack here. So 1 more infantry from Moscow goes to yeah, it's the difficult decision. Should I put it to Western Russia or to Don Manik? I think it should go down to Don Manik, so I will have 3 now. Sorry for the confusion. 3 infantry are now in Don Manik and 2 regular infantry in Moscow. All right, CCP placement. Yeah, militia goes to Xinjiang. Do nothing there. And I think this is it for placement, but should not forget the recruitment role for the CCP. Need a 2 or less. A 12. So no recruitment this turn for CCP. Let's see, the income. CCP gets 2 IPP, as always, there's no change. But the Russians are at the moment at 37. Yeah, last turn I forgot about the fact that with losing Kola, I also lose the income from the Soviet Arctic line here. But I should still get the bonus for the cities. So Stalingrad, Moscow and Leningrad is still Russian territory. So I get 1 IPP for each city. I end up with 40 IPP to spend next turn. No, sorry. I can roll for wartime income. Totally forgot about that because I just got this tag this turn. Sorry, I have to take a look in the rules. I don't want to make another mistake here. I think we have 2d6. Is that right? Yes. Okay, just a second. I need some Russian dice. All right. Okay. Let's see. I hope I have high numbers now. That's really good. 8. So in total, I can spend 48 IPP next turn. That's even more than this turn. Yeah. Hope I can defend against the Germans in the next couple turns. Will be really difficult. Now they can attack from the south, from the west and from the north, so it'll be really difficult to defend against them future turns, but looking forward to it. It's a great experience, and I, as I mentioned in the group chat yesterday, I really learned a lot here in this game. Okay, yeah, guys, I think that's it. Hope you have a nice day, and see you soon. Bye bye.